evening, good evening, good evening. Happy New Year, people. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel. My name is Pen, known as Mama Nation. Of late, I go live. I find it easier. I hope you're all well, and I hope you had a happy New Year. Mine is good. I'm just chilling here at home. Just chilling. Right. Spare bedroom now, chilling at home. Right. Oh, you might be looking at this. It says nobody calls me princess. Apart from this butter cup. This is my son's little thing. It's a bit weird, but these are kids for you. Right, let's get on to it. Wait. Right. Guys, I've been seeing a lot of TikToks. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks. I've been seeing a lot of Instagram. I didn't know. I just kept seeing this story. I didn't even know who Anthony Joshua was. Honestly, I had no idea until recently, the last few days. So I thought, okay, let me have a conversation. I was recording and my phone is full, so it needs to delete a lot of videos that are on phone or photographs or pictures and store them somewhere else. Maybe it's not in syncing as well. Sometimes it needs to be in syncing. Right. Now, why I've come on today is basically I am a professional driver. I do driving as a living, and I've seen a lot of incidents. I've seen a lot of roads for many years, and I can predict like what has happened when I see the vehicles are banged with each other and damaged and that. I have seen a lot of bodies on the motorway. Obviously in the UK, I have seen a lot of bodies on the motorway. I've seen a lot of accidents. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people on their mobile phones. I've seen so many things until it gets me wound up. Now, this Anthony Joshua story of Nigeria, there's a lot of people who are saying things like, where is the ambulance? Where is the police car? Where is whatever. When an accident happens, the roads are bad. Now, let me educate you, the Western world, England, UK, America, Canada, whatever way you want to say you're from, but on the other side of the Atlantic or the other side of Pacific Ocean or whatever way you want to be, I'm just going to educate you one thing. This accident, when it happened, it's nothing to do with Illuminati. It has nothing to do with a prophet prophesying it. It has nothing to do with what people need to say. There are two things that could have caused this accident. Number one, it could be the mobile was being looked at, a distraction, something to the driver. He stand left or right, looked at what's going on, and he reacted. Because the way the car has swerved is one thing you can see. The way it's gone in and swerved, you could see, of course, he's tried, to balance himself. Now, this driver could have been drinking last night. So basically, his what is it? His perspective of the road could have been different. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying most of the time, this is African continent. This is, it don't matter if you are the head of state or whatever who you are. This is the motherland continent. Accidents happen every day. People get hit every day. Even you could be standing there and a lorry is coming down a hill. It can come for you and step on you, and that's it. End of story. By the time you go and look at that lorry, it was the brakes. It's not been checked. Now, in Europe, like here in London, we have MOT. Every year, a car is checked. They check the tires, they check everything. They check the brake lights, they check the brakes, they check everything. Underneath, they check even the car. They put it onto this rolling, I don't know what you call it. Mechanics, you can comment on my thing there. And you put your car there and it either fails or it passes. Most of the time when it fails, it's underneath, it's rusted. The suspension is not correct. The wheels are low in tire, like, the grip of it. You get the steering wheel is not straight. You get maybe the windscreen is cracked. You get so many things with a car. So we have something called an MOT, which you take. It's government by law. Everybody's car. We are given 1 year to rectify your car. They'll come with minimum, minor things like tires. You can just change them and it passes. Now, things underneath the vehicle, which is the axles, everything underneath there, If it's rusted, if it's the exhaust is broken, you have to fix all those things. Most of the time, you can even fix it and it doesn't go through. So what you need to do is get rid of the car. Now in Africa, we don't have that. We don't have an MOT station. So this video, I've done it as a reaction because it could be two errors. The car could have been in bad condition and Anthony didn't know, and the driver was not aware of himself, as in, did he sleep last night properly? But before we go into those questions, I want to question Anthony. As much as he's the world championship now, everyone has known him, nobody is invincible. When your time is up, it's up. But then why I'm doing this reaction is a lot of people have come back. I'm not going back to Nigeria. The roads are bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm going to educate you guys. No road is safe. Your vehicle is not your safeness. Your mind, your speed, and off the mobile is your safety of that vehicle. When you enter your vehicle, nobody can predict what will happen tomorrow. A lot of people have come saying it's Illuminati, or a pastor or whatever prophesies, I don't know, death, I don't know what. Guys, stop it. Enough is enough. And stop making videos out of just cloud chasing and everything. There were two things here. Accident error was either the driver or the vehicle itself, which means, of course, speed comes with it. So there are also two things that causes this vehicle to do what it did. Now, this driver could not have been an experienced driver. I don't know where, Anthony, you got this guy from. This driver, whoever who recommended you, you should have vetted him first and foremost. When I've been in a car and you start speeding over 60 miles an hour, I'll tell you to slow down. I've been one when I was going to the airport. My son's friend picked us up. We were going to Croatia. And basically, I was sitting in those capsule. You know, the capsule, like the racing car, like this. My legs are up even. I'm like, but the guy now started igniting for other people in the motor, going like this, like this. I was like, stop it, or I'm walking out of this car. Because straight away, I could see danger. He just needs to lose control. And what happens next? We just go whatever way we're going to land. Yeah. And anyone who drives me and I'm in the front seat, if you start speeding, even when I go, I'm from Kenya. So when I go to Kenya to visit my mom, sometimes I sit in the front seat and I look at how that Uber guy is driving. Like I said, my license is full of all these vehicles. I drive all these big vehicles, so I know. So if he's beside me and he starts trying to overtake when we're going to the village, I always tell him, please don't do these things, because it just takes another oncoming vehicle. In Africa, they do all sorts of things. Even it could be driving this side, but it just comes like that and you're overtaking and head on. There's a lot of head on, there's a lot of accidents. But this has got attention to the world because he's a world championship. And everyone is asking, where's the ambulance? Well, hang on a minute. An ambulance cannot be around the corner. If you're driving in a road that nobody knows where it is, they probably don't even know where the thing was. In Africa, ambulances, Kenya is more advanced, but you could be going to the village, but then the ambulance is not available. Most of the time, who turns up first is always the police. The police always turn up. But you know, in Africa, they take their time. They can even take 30 minutes before they come to the scene. So just because he's a superstar does not mean the ambulance is going to react like the Western world, how it goes quickly, it comes, it airlifts you, it tries to save your world, your life. In Africa, they don't care. They'll turn up when they're going to turn up. So guys, stop criticizing and saying, "Oh, I'm not going to go there." Well, in the first place, then don't go. You're not invited. We're not asking you to come to our nation. You stay where you need to stay. Even here, we can call an ambulance now. I might collapse now. It can take an hour. They're not available. Unless someone is actually, you say somebody is not breathing, they'll be here within 2 minutes, even sometimes 10 minutes. Even here in the UK, the ambulance can take long. They don't have that facility like long time they used to rush. They'll ask you, by the time even you, when you call in America, they'll ask you, is that person breathing? Do this to them, do that. The ambulance is not around the corner. It still works out the same thing. It's just maybe we have more services, and in Africa, they don't. So, Anthony, you're the one to be asked, was your driver vetted before he picked you up? Number two, you are all sitting in that car. Why didn't you tell him to slow down if that's what the story is? The only person who can talk this story is Anthony himself. I don't believe anybody else. I don't believe standbys. I don't believe the videos. Anthony is the only person who probably will never talk about it, of what actually happened. Were they showing the driver his fight, saying, I'm the boxer, I'm the champion, and everything, feeling good, you're in motherland? And things can happen. Things can just be a simple get around on the wheels and something happened. How I see this time you woke up today. Try it again. Something you told me is time you woke up today. Uh, Time you woke up today. I don't know. What's that? I don't know. Time you woke up today. Answer. So something else. I don't know what it is. Live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I don't know. Something has written for me something. So what I'm trying to say is, this car, the way I look at it, if that driver was driving very, very fast, he would have gone with the whole car head on, like literally hit the truck head on, so nobody even would have survived. I reckon probably what has happened is he may have been driving, even maybe shut his eyes, or attention moved from something from him, like literally looked away for 1 minute, fell asleep for 1 minute, shut your eyes for 1 minute. They told him, look, something in that car. And then by the time he got up to see, he was going straight for the lorry. Like this, he was literally going straight for the lorry, but he's managed to swerve. But because of the speed he had, he's clipped the lorry going. Because when you see when the SUV, the way it came, it's parked stationary here. Because literally the driver's come, gone into it, swerving. He's woken up or he's done something and swerved back the vehicle for it to be straight. Because if you look at where the vehicle was stationary, it's away from the lorry. So he has the impact. But something distracted him, or the sunlight could have been on his eyes and he was just driving. And this is the thing. But now when people come and say, oh, I'm never going to go to Africa. I don't know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what, this is something that has been predicted. They were supposed to die. This is to do with Allah. It's rubbish, guys. Come on, grow up now. Stop making stories that are not stories. In the end of the day, these guys have done something, and it's been, you could say, bad luck. Because if it was me, it's something that I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine living with. Your friends are gone. At the same time, we all have to go one day, whether it's being abroad or whether it's being here. These things happen. We just have to accept it. It happens to other families who are not celebrities. These accidents happen every day, but nobody talks about it. People want to just make up a story because it's a celebrity that happened. But I'm going to also say to you, stop trying to make Africa look as a bad place. Don't come to Africa. We'll not open. When you're Western world, you're very quick to say, oh, the roads are this and this and that. Well, they have always been like that. They've always been like that for years. If anything, you're lucky you've got even tarmac on that road. We've had where they hit stones on the rainy road in the village. We don't have tarmac roads. You drive with your car like this. This is Africa. When you're driving, we feel good. Like you're going to village, you're driving here like this, yeah, with your car like that, like that. But when you go abroad as a person diaspora, or if you're somebody living abroad and you're used to this good system, if you're sick, you go to your GP. If you go to your hospital, this, do all that, but do your homework as to when you're going abroad. In any country, they have laws. They have laws. You have to respect their laws. You have to respect how the country is. That's what makes Africa. Even if the roads you are crossing each other, people climb up the pavement when you're walking. You have to move yourself before the we call them matatus, before they'll hit you. You have to always watch out what's going on. This is what makes Africa. You could have just been at the wrong time at the wrong place. But most of the time, an accident is caused by driver error, or even the vehicle itself could have not have been an MOT tested vehicle. So these are the things that when you're planning your trip abroad, plan who's going to drive you, plan where you're going to stay. Is it safe for you? Whether you're a foreigner, whether you are born there, whether like me, I was born there, I still plan my trip. I have someone who picks me up all the time now. I found a good Uber. I trust him. He picks me up. I call him. Now I know him. He picks me up. He takes me everywhere. I do everything. I tell him, take me here. He waits for me. If I go to the village, he's the one I take. Everything that I do, even my final trip when I'm coming back, he's the one who brings me back to the airport. I don't pick now any random person for my security, for my safety. Even when I'm out there, I have someone that I know I can ring and rely on and say, look, I need to hang out with you. Can you take me here? I want to go here. I want to go here. If I go then the first time with that person, I learn how to go. But most of the time you're not out late, also you're not in areas where you're not supposed to be, and stuff like that, just for your safety. Myself, I'm always even cautious. My mobile, everything, I'm always cautious what I'm doing, where I'm going, who's driving me, how he's driving me, whether he drinks, whether he's a family man. Sometimes when you come here, you help them a little bit here and here. The thing is with Anthony Joshua, he did not do his homework. Who is this driver? Where did you get this driver from? If you're not going to be in a celebrity status, you have to find the right people, not recommended by so and so. Maybe he knew him some time back before he became famous. But now, this kind of thing, you have to question. What was the driver doing? Why were you allowing the driver to drive you at this speed in a foreign country? And also you're someone big. You're supposed to show samples for anyone. So 10 a.m., 8 p.m., 10 a.m. Oh, okay. So time to wake up today. People are writing 10 a.m. Here it's 6. We are 6 here. Where are you guys from right there? So I'm just trying to say, I didn't put time to wake up. I'm talking about this thing about Anthony Joshua. I just got to know him the other day. Guys, give it a like up. Subscribe if you never. Also kindly put me some answers and questions, because I was telling like everyone that I drive, I know these things. I'm not just talking from my mind or just making a story, but I've had enough by watching a lot of TikToks, people coming in, oh, Africa this, Nigeria that. It's wrong. You don't know the country, you've not been there, you've not experienced it, you're just seeing what you want to see, you want to accept what you want to say. We have worse nations like this. There's also Asian countries, the same thing. We have, I don't you see sometimes on the shots, people show you a truck trying to go like this. This is what these countries are. That's what makes these countries. Now, yourself, if you go and do that experience of that truck, you come back and say, oh my God, it's so dangerous. This is what attracts people to these countries. Unfortunately, these people, this is their time. They had a bad accident on the road. We had that footballer as well, who they found him with his Ferrari. Was it a Ferrari or Bugatti with his brother? They bumped and they found him. We had Paul, who did what was that program, that car program? You remember that, guys? Can you say, you know, that car program? What was it? The one that we kept watching, the film. I've forgotten it. My son liked this film. I've forgotten. He had an accident. He drove into a tree and gone. But because it was in the Western world, everyone was accepting, oh yeah, the car burnt and that was it. And the Ferrari hit a barrier and that was it. But as soon as now this celebrity goes to Africa, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He shouldn't have gone. He did it. He should have gone. He did go. This did happen. Just learn from it. Security is number one. You must have your security. You must have your driver. You must know the vehicle of that car. Even myself, I want to export one that when I'm the other side, it's coming from here, because I'll know it. I won't allow now anyone to drive me with their cars anymore. If I want to do long distance driving now, I'm going to get my own. And then I will put someone I know who drives well. And when they start driving funnily, even now I've started thinking I'm going to start sitting behind the driver. Usually we sit in the front. I've said from today I'm never going to sit in the front. I want to now sit from behind of the driver. It looks like your mind starts playing with you. Right. So let me say hi to people here. We have Katie, 10 a.m. We have Shanaya Pan. 8 a.m. So where are you from? Just write where you're from. We've got G Nikki, 10 a.m. as well. We've got Alex, 11 a.m. because I'm in school holiday. Alex, you're watching me on school holiday. My God, I thought this video is not for children, but it's okay. We have Lynn there at 10 a.m. We have Shopaholic at 8 a.m. This question is not what I put here. Somebody's typed this now. I don't know if someone has got into my channel. Me, I'm talking about highlight saved as your channel. Let me see if I can put top messages. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what it's gonna say. I don't know who put this one, this something today. Somebody's played with it because I didn't put this question. I'm talking about more of the Anthony, the one of the Anthony Joshua. And what's his name? The guy who he fought. I forgot what time you woke up. Me, I didn't put this waking up in the morning. This is somebody who wrote that, not me. Right. Let's see if we can. At last 1 minute, the video is needed to start a highlight. What? At least. Uh, what's this? Is it recording? Let me have a look at my channel. Yeah, it says it's recording. So, guys, yeah. So basically, what's this now? What's this here? Oh, the screen. I don't want the screen anymore. No, we're not doing screen. No, we're not doing screen. What's this? Where is my screen? Let's go back to no screen. Sorry, I did a screen. Right, let's go back to. I don't understand. Comment. Oh, so yeah, it says here remove channel activity, add moderator, put user timeout, hide this channel activity. Joshua, who is at fault, driver or car? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Guys, I have no idea. Someone has put time you woke up today. How has that come onto the channel now? I don't know. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to see. I've removed that now. So I'm talking about Joshua. You know Joshua, the athletics guy. Add a sticker to your favorite flower. No, we're not trying this. So I think it's question somebody's writing. I don't. It's not me. I don't know how this life is working. Let me try and see. Let's see. In fact, I want to go and guys, can you ask me questions because you're coming on? Let me have a look here. It's alive here. So why am I getting questions here? Let's see the YouTube now. Let's see if I'm live. My videos. Right, yeah. So guys asked me a question. We're talking about Anthony. Yeah, so it's here. So why is it asking that question what time it is? I didn't put that. Driving abroad. Location. Yeah, it's telling me highlight time. But we're not highlighting time. It's got it wrong. I've written Anthony Joshua, who's at fault. That's what I've done. So guys, also kindly don't forget to like. I've changed it. I've used the iPad. It's asking you to highlight your time. I didn't ask nobody to highlight time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Right. So just you can type where you're from. I want to talk about Anthony Joshua. That's what I want, guys. I don't want to talk anything else about who's at fault, which the driver who was driving, why he drove like that. And at the same time, where I'm reading is a lot of people have come with comment about Nigeria roads and that. I've never been there myself. I cannot tell you, but I drive, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. And mainly it's the assumption of people. I understand he's saying he'll never go there again, which might not be a good idea. Anthony, you might have to come back a year later and pray for your loss of your friends. As in the place where they were, you have to pray to release their spirits. That's what we believe. Like, you can't say, I'm never going to go there again. Of course, it's going to take time for you to adjust with what happened with your family. But at the same time, you have to accept it is what it is. All of us at one time, we may go nicely, some of us at age, others might go quicker than others. But we have to accept the reality of when you lose a loved one. Like nowadays, I don't even question, I just accept. Right, let's talk about what I'm wearing. So this is a Kenyan done by Masai. Long time I bought it. I like that. We've got a little bracelet here which says love mama. My kids gave me, and we've got my watch there, which is Swarovski. So they're not cheap, but there we go. We have the cheap earrings from Primark. No, TK Maxx, sorry, I bought like the American brand. I've got this ring for years. I can't remember. I think I just bought it from a cheap shop. We've got this where my children bought me this long time ago. Hi guys, you okay? So we've got Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. So we're talking about Anthony. Of course, I've got this on. I've got my usual. I love this. I bought it from Swarovski. My children bought me this, which I like wearing when I'm going out. You might see it quite a lot, the DK one. I wanted to wear something else, but it says DKY on it. We've got my little mic here. I don't know if you can hear me. I've got a little hairpin over there, and I've got extra earrings here. I've got a clip on here, like a cuff, and I've got this one. I think these match with this. I don't know where the other one is. I have to look for it. I was looking for it. Right. So I was talking about Joshua, and I was talking about the accident and how people have come on and said about Nigeria. The message is held for review. Which message is this? So, Ricky, what's up? Somebody has put, I don't know what it is. Let's hide it because it's for review. Lim, what have you put there? So, I'm talking about the blame. Who's to blame? Obviously, for the accident. We love our Anthony Joshua, but people have to understand it could have been a car problem or a driver error, or it could have been distraction for him on that day. My question is to the people and to him himself, Anthony, why were you allowing the driver to be on high speed in a foreign country? Just learn that when you go to any country, as soon as you take your plane and you're going to a different country, they have different rules, different everything. So do your homework. Do your homework. Do your health insurance. Do everything. Your suitcase insurance. You do. You have to. Excuse me. Extra money in case you miss your flight. So many things. You have to do your diligent search to these countries. When you go there, you do live like an abiding citizen, because it doesn't matter your status. Some of us, you people think because you have money, because you are a celebrity is just a name. That's it. You're popular with the public, and the public love you, and that's it. But you as normal as anybody else. When death is going to catch you, it's going to catch you in a bad way. You can even go with a yacht. How many people take your look at that billionaire who went with his yacht with his family, and it went sinking down with the waves. So accidents happen, but because it happened in the shores of Europe, it was like, okay, it was the bad weather, the winds were bad, and then everybody keeps quiet. But anything that happens in the motherland continent, this is why I've come to speak is, guys, please do not speak. Don't use your TikTok for clout. Don't speak things you don't know. The nations have been like this. The roads have been like this. The roads have been dangerous. You cannot even cross the road. There's no cross, even the zebra crossing. You have to make sure it's empty. Even late at night, someone will be driving and hit you and carry on driving. So you can't come and start saying, where was the ambulance? Did you pay the government to make those ambulances that when a celebrity has a crash in Nigeria, they have to turn up? Don't talk nonsense and don't talk things you don't know. They don't have ambulances around the corner. There's no structure for such things. Most of the continent, the first person who comes onto the scene is the police. And the police can even take 20, even an hour later to turn up. I'm not saying they do, but that's the way it is. It's the same thing if you go ask for a drink in a bar. You could wait for 30 minutes before the waiter turns up. Even sometimes it's forgotten where you ordered a drink. So a lot of these things, guys, kindly is think before you speak. Think before you analyze something. It was an accident. It was a tragic accident. I'm very sorry for the loss of his friends. I'm very sorry for the loss of the family that who thought they would see their children in the new year. But now, of course, they're not. The only witness, the only person who can tell us what really, really happened, the driver is shaken himself, would be Anthony. He was sitting behind there, and those are his friends. And I don't think he would ever expose what was happening. Like I said, there were two things that happened on that road. The driver might have just closed his eyes for a minute, got distracted, either turned just like this in a second with a high speed, no matter whether he was overtaking. He shouldn't have been overtaking because there was a lorry on the right hand side. If you're going to overtake, you have to make sure the road is clear right ahead, a few miles down, because when you're overtaking, the car is doing also the same speed you're doing. So the distance is always 3 to 4 cars. So if you're going to try and overtake this car that is doing 80 miles an hour and you're doing 80 miles an hour, you ain't going to overtake him within 1 second. It could take you even 2 minutes, even 3 minutes before you make the journey correct. So this guy could have been speeding, looked, maybe they were showing him the mobile phone. I'm not saying they were. Or just 1 second shutting his eyes, or 1 second just stand like that, or 1 second did like that, came because the lorry is parked here. The impact, the way it's impacted is from a side angle coming like this and came stand still. Now, if this guy was driving and he didn't see, he might have not seen even the lorry. His eyesight could be bad. He could have been on a slow reaction. Another thing, the car could not have been stable enough to swerve away, and then it smashed up as you saw it. A car is a weapon. Yes, Anthony Joshua, that's the one I'm talking about. Yes. He may never speak again, James. He may never speak again. So now this is why I've come, because people are trying to blame Motherland. Where's the ambulance? It doesn't matter. It's too late. There's no who is correct. What is this? Favorite thing to do with your friends? We are not trying those stickers now. Stop playing games, YouTube. So what I can say to you is, guys, what I can say to you is this now. If you are going abroad, do your homework. I do go to Africa. I don't even go out to places I don't know. As at night walking, you can't. Your mobile phone is going to go. Another thing, anything can happen to me. Raped, swung, and that's it, done. So you have to do your due diligence homework. Did Anthony know this driver? How long has he known him for? Who recommended him to him? What was the driver doing last night? Was he drinking? Because they do this. And they don't drink normal drink. They drink the brew. The brew, the one they make from molasses, sugar cane one, the one that even the next day he can be up. He could have been drinking last night in the pub till the time he was speaking Kina Anthony, but when you see him, he looks sober. You don't know who the driver is. He got arrested, they've released him because they've got no evidence of anything. Number two, people are blaming the lorry parked there. That driver could have been having a rest period. Was the driver who was driving able to see him? Was he blinded? Was he looking at the car he was trying to overtake? Or did he just make a move and get it wrong, which is driver error? Number three, it was the car being checked to travel, that it's safe to be traveled. Did it lose a wheel? Did it get a puncture? Did it skid because the grips of the wheels were low, legally low to the limit? Did they check who this guy was? But you can see that was what speed caused it. Can you still make eyelid flipping inside out trick? Manu now, not now. Now we are talking about Joshua. We are talking about Anthony Joshua, AJ. We call him the boxer, the famous boxer. Not now, Manu. I can't do that. We're talking something Happy New Year. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. I can't do eyelids now. I'm talking about something more sensitive, something that is more on headlines. And I've come tonight. If you want me to do eyelids, maybe stay later, Manu. I can do them a bit later after this video is up. But at this moment, I'm not doing it here because it's not something to do at this moment. We're talking of what's going on right now. Just curious, can you please make, no, not eyelids. No. As I said to you, I'm not doing my eyelids. He wants me to flip my eyelids. I'm not doing them on this video. That's not what this video is about. This is my loyal subscriber for a very long time. Thank you for coming on. But tonight, no, not now. Maybe the next video I might come back because I do need to do other topics. I want to talk about other things. So that one maybe I can do at the beginning of the video. Yeah, because this is sensitive. We've lost two people. AJ, which is Anthony Joshua. He's part of the UK. I have to respect that today is the new year, and I was feeling passionate about how people were criticizing Nigeria roads, how they were in that. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of TikTokers, a lot of Instagram, whatever is social media, Facebook, and the lot, how they shouldn't be. It's Illuminati, it's all this. So I'm come to tell the whole world it's rubbish. I'm a nation, and I'm going to tell you it is rubbish. Accidents are accidents. Just because it was Anthony Joshua, everybody thinks he can get the same treatment as anyone. In Africa, you're one, and that's it. The only person who can get this kind of treatment is the president. Even sometimes the president, they die from helicopters or they die from the police, the accident. By the time even we find out who killed them, it was the other president killing the other one. So in the end of the day, there's no celebrity status. Like I said, celebrity status is only you become popular with the public, and you have a bit more than some of us. That's it. When you die, you're going to die, and you can't choose what your death is going to be. You don't know what your death is going to be. So some of us might live until we die peacefully because we're broke. Others might have money, but money goes to their head and they think they can do what they want. They can't do what they want. They can't be doing what they want when they go abroad. They've got to live within the abiding citizen of that country. And it's simple. It's not about Illuminati in Nigeria. It's not about who prayed for him or who saw it. All that is rubbish. The accident happened in that car. Only Anthony Joshua can come and tell us what exactly happened for that accident to cause itself. Assumption, police paperwork, there's no standby standing there. Why would you be standing in the hot weather like that, standing looking at cars passing? Nobody does that. There was nobody there. It looks like a desert over there where they were. So basically, the witnesses would be the ones who were in the car, and the driver and Anthony. But the driver might not even understand what hit him. Anthony was sitting behind to check the view of everything that happened. They could have been playing videos, they were playing loud music. The driver might have fallen asleep. The driver error or car error caused that accident. That's it. Now, whether it was predicted, I cannot tell you, because may say, oh, things do happen for a reason. That one I cannot tell you because it's heartbreaking. I'm not going to go into that line. I'm not going to put myself into that line. Or it was meant to be, they traveled, they were, no, I'm not going to put myself in that line. I'm just going to put as the driver error or the car error. Some stupidness went on in that car because of the way the accident has occurred. Like I said, the lorry was here. The car has come hitting it, swerving. So it came at an angle like this, like literally like this, hitting it, going straight. Because if it came and of course it's hit it like this at an angle, hitting it like this, going like this. Because if it came, the lorry is here, and if that car came head on like this, that car would have squashed right in. All of them would have died, right? It shows that it's clipped the car here, like the lorry. So this driver should not have been overtaking. You see, the lorry is here. Okay, let me use my hands. Right. So you got the car here, you got the lorry here. Okay. So this driver, whether he was overtaking a car here, he shouldn't have been overtaking because you have an object on your right hand side. This driver, if he was a good driver, if he was an experienced driver, he would have known to overtake another car. So let's say this is the car. Forget the lorry now. This is the car and this is the car. He would have known they're going the same distance. And sometimes when you do this, this guy is going to accelerate more. So this driver should have known, if I'm doing 80 miles, or let's say they're doing 60 miles, both of them, right? Because the speed is high. But that crash looks like 70 miles. To bash it like that, to open up a car like that, it's 70 for sure, and plus miles per hour. So if you're going to overtake this car, and this car decides, oh, I'm going to go more because he's seeing you're trying to overtake him, this driver should have heeled back and carried on his business. But what the driver has done is he's concentrated overtaking this car, and the lorry is literally here and come bashing the lorry, coming again back to himself. And that's what's happened. So is it a driver error, or is it also the car was not fit to be on the road? It's those two things. But most accidents are caused by speed and people being on their mobile phones. The two killers of the motorway, the two killers of speed with a car are those two killers, those two things, right? Or somebody drink driving. If someone is drink driving, mostly the accident is less effective, as in the car can be mashed up, but there are hardly any fatals. We call them fatal, deaths, fatal deaths, right? So, because the driver is so drunk that when he hits something, he doesn't even know. And when they're drunk, people don't really speed. They have this thing, they're swerving like this. They might accelerate if they're on automatic, but the impact will be totally different. Totally different. So this guy was overtaking. They're saying he was overtaking, but he forgot that the lorry was there. Did the lorry just catch up with him? Like as he overtook, he realized, whoops, and gone into the lorry, coming out again to himself, because the smash of that car shows definitely he was doing over 70 miles an hour, between 65, 70, let's say 60 to 70, even 60. I think the car would survive. It's a SUV. I would say he was doing 70 plus and lost his control because he's not an experienced driver. These are why we have laws in the Europe, like here, we have to do a driving test, and that some of these people go and buy a driving license. So this guy has not estimated a 3 distance car gap. He's not estimated a 4 distance car gap. Most people, let me tell you now, even when you're trying to overtake a HGV, a lorry, which is HGV known, or a bus, or you're trying to overtake a coach, stop it. Because we're doing the same distance. We're driving the same speed. We're doing 60 miles an hour like you. So it's going to take you longer to overtake a 47-foot vehicle, which is longer. So by the time you're trying to get into another car, you'll find that that car comes in out of speed, out of control, into the barriers, because they're not calculating you're traveling the same speed. So everybody has to stop and stop accusing Nigeria for bad roads. That road had tarmac on it. The man refused to stay on the tarmac. So he decided to go on the sort of dusty bit. But he had a vehicle on the right hand side, which was a lorry, stationary lorry. The lorry is not at fault. The driver was having a rest. The lorry driver was having a rest because he was tired. The error comes with this driver in the car, but because he was driving Anthony Joshua, right? Everyone is starting to blame, why was that lorry there? The roads are bad in Nigeria. Where is the ambulance? Anthony, it was an error from his part. He should have known who's driving him. Like the way we had the late Princess Diana, the same thing happened. But because it happened in France, right? It happened in France, paparazzi was chasing. It doesn't matter. The man was speeding. But if you look at the stories, it's all assumption. Nobody was there to witness the story. The driver, the bodyguard of Diana who survived could not remember what really happened. Okay? So Anthony was sober. Anthony was at the back seat. I think the only thing that rescued that Anthony is that big body, built body of his. Now, if he was someone tinier or something, he would have slammed at the back seat. Maybe also he was having a seatbelt on. So this rescued him because that impact was really big. So he got lucky. What I can say to anybody as well is stop coming to social media, please, and making assumption. Oh, motherland this. Me, I'm going to tell you, I am 100% a woman of motherland. So don't come and say, I've never been to those countries, but I'm going to tell you now, stop talking about motherland if you've never been there. Because these things happen all the time. The only thing that is come into light is because he's a Happy New Year. Thank you, Ma. is the only thing that has come to light is recently he won the championship and everybody now got to know him, and now everyone is asking what happened. He got lucky, he survived. That's it. Americans, Canadians, Europe people, stop putting social media and making it a big story. It came on headlines. We saw what has happened. Unfortunately, we grieve for the loss of his friends. We grieve for him. We grieve for everybody that was close to them. We say sorry to the parents. We say sorry to Anthony. But to Anthony, please come out and tell us what happened, so that people stop assuming Illuminati. I don't know what Illuminati, this Nigerian praying, I don't know what. All that is nonsense. They were involved in a car accident, but Anthony happened to be in it. This is why it is become a stigma and people assuming and guessing. Rewind your brain back first and foremost. Look at the car, the way it's damaged. Look at what had really happened. Let us, if we had here, Scotland Yard would have gone, or the police here would have closed the motorway. They look for the marks, which car was wrong, how the car spun, how it hit the lorry. And when you cause death to someone, right? When you cause death to someone, then you get arrested, and the answer is prison. You lose your license there, and you're sent to prison. Because I'll also tell you a story. There was my son witnessed a cycling death, a cyclist, and he fell. The cyclist fell, and my son came back, was going somewhere, and came back and checked if the cyclist was okay, or stopped and checked if the cyclist was okay. And the ambulance came, and then my son went his business. A few weeks later, I get a knock at my door here. The police knock and say, "Oh, this is your limited edition. We have a limited." I'm not going to tell you which car it was. It was his car. Limited edition car. I said, "Yeah, maybe, but I've seen others." He said, "No, you're the only one in the area with this car," because it had a gray stripe on it, right? And it's limited edition. That's why it's limited edition. So they could trace who has that kind of car by looking at cameras like this, right? So to close the case, because obviously the guy passed on, the cyclist passed on. Now they were looking for the last jigsaw puzzles. They've traced all the cars that were around there, if there were witnesses, so they can give a testimony of when the man goes to court, because he'll go to court. And from there, that's where he'll be judged for the incident, and they'll put all the story together. The same thing. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, they don't have that kind of thing. They just come, remove you from the body. Most of the time in Africa, they remove you from the car. That's why you see their bodies were down there. Their bodies were in the car. Remember, their bodies of the dead were in the car. They were not on the floor. But people just come, they take you out, they put you down there, and they cover you. They cover your head, or how you saw one apparently, I don't want to say, but his head was not there, right? So they covered him with something, and the other one was just laid there. But they were also in the car. So in Africa, people come, they'll even put you in a motorbike. If they've seen you're surviving, sometimes you don't even make it to the hospital. You're gone. So this is Africa. You can't say, where's the ambulance? Because there's no ambulance at that time, at that place where they were. Number two, ambulance don't just come out like that. In Africa, you call them, you've paid for it. If you are, I think you have a certain insurance that you pay for it, and they'll come for you, because then you've paid for that insurance. So that insurance covers you with an ambulance. I'm not sure. I don't. If your African quote it there, I don't know. Just write to me, right or wrong, right? So then there is a lot of deaths on our roads. A lot. Even you can't count them. They're endless. The matatus, which is our minibuses. If you go look, MATATU. If you go look at those pimped buses, there's so many that come crash. People die. We just carry on. You can't say it's the road. You can't say it's that. Because if the road is bad, then you're supposed to slow down. If the road cannot accommodate your speed, then you have to slow down. So a lot of it is driver error. A lot of it is there's no law if you're speeding. Of course, sometimes if the police are there, they might ask you for some money and you pay them. But it's been like this for years. It's been like this for years. You can't say, look now, people are putting pictures. Look, Nigeria, how people are cutting each other. Even people climb, you walking on the pavement. People climb with a matatu and come and hit you if you don't move. It's not something that you can say it's African. It's now the people who come from these countries of our here, like now these Europe countries. You're going to Africa. Prepare yourself. There's not going to be, you might go to hospital, you might be the fifth on the list. Just because you're AJ, Doesn't mean you climb the queue. Well, here they're so, oh, that's somebody, let's get him. It works on first come, first serve basis. Okay, it does work with money. They'll see you very quickly once you tell them you have a lot of money. Of course, now the doctor, which you are waiting for even 2 days later, will turn up within no minute because you'll want his money. But stop trying to criticize things you don't understand. Motherland is motherland. Leave it how it is. Don't even say, oh, I'm never going to go there because of this. Don't open your mouth. Social media is about promoting each other, being friends here. I have friends here from Europe. I'm not going to say, oh, this country is like this, like this, like this. These people who watch me are from here, the UK. Why would I start now making out, oh, your country is this? They'll tell me, go back home. Don't, we can talk on how Keir Starmer is not running the country well, and that's about it, what I can talk about. But I'm not going to start talking about Keir Starmer when I'm living in the country. I'll have to filter myself on certain things. I have lived here now long enough to understand the system. Myself, I don't even go to the hospital. They write to me many times, go for flu jabs, come and do a third COVID because of my age. I've refused. I'm okay right now. I don't need those things because people go and get flu jabs. I always refuse. I refuse completely. I say, no way. Ask people how it is. They say, oh, you feel like you got the flu, and they still get the flu. So you wonder, why have you got the jab if you're still going to? Okay, it can prevent. Maybe when you're older, it can prevent you. But then I always think I wasn't born here. I don't really need it, right? But anyway, so James says the driver was, he will be charged with reckless driving in the next 2 days. Yeah, the driver was KDO, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a driver error. But then we have, James, we have a lot of YouTubers making it out. It's Nigerian roads, you know, and it's not. It's the driver, how carelessly he drove. Even they need to breathalyze him. They have to check if he's got drug samples, everything, you name it. What was he doing last night? Because in Africa, I told you, they can even sit in the bar till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. The bars are open for them till that time. And they'll come and pick you up and they'll drive you, and they're very quiet. You wouldn't even know, but you can sometimes smell the breath of them. You can say, oh my God, a lot of them are drinking the brew, the cheaper alcohol. But he could be a quiet, nice guy where you're told he's a very nice driver because he doesn't talk, he knows everything, and then that's it. But AJ should have done his homework. Who is this driver? Who does he drive for? Not father's driver or mother's driver or sister's driver, or I can recommend you this guy. You hire the SVU, what is it, SUV, and then he drives you. You don't even know him. This is where now everything gets muddled up. I said I have a special driver every time who picks me up. When I'm landing in that plane, in that motherland, he picks me up. I've seen how he drives. Like I said, I'm a good driver. I've been driving a long time. I know. And when he drove me, I said, you'll be my driver for the rest. Because, of course, I've gone through many others, but this one, perfect. Always on time as well. Drives nicely. They've got those little small cars, Suzuki. But we get on, we move on, we go slowly. Like I said, I'm also going to the village. You see the overtaking of it. I think I do even have a video. If you go here on one of my InShots, you'll see the Kenya thing I did where there's a bus with things on top of this. I was like, the dangerous road. Have a look. Now, he tried to overtake that, and I said, mm-mm. When I was taking that video, I was with him. I was like, no, no, no. Now, when the car, we even have humps. Like when the car was slowing down, when that bus was now slowing down, going over the bumps, and you look and it's clear, okay, then you can go. But I used to say to him, don't keep doing this. Don't keep doing. I don't want. I said to him, I don't want this thing, because he could be looking at this vehicle, and a lorry comes from. A lorry can even cut this vehicle. Like the lorry can cut here like this. So literally, this vehicle is going. So you got a vehicle going here. The lorry can come and cut this vehicle, and you're busy overtaking. What happens? Collision again. Same thing. Boom. And these lorry drivers, they don't care. They come for you. So you see, there are so many African errors. You see so many things. You're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Most of the time I'm videoing, I'm like, oh my God, you're looking. Even the motorbikes, when I go, we have the taxi motorbikes. We call them border border. When I'm there, I'm always telling them, drive okay. I actually hold them and they tell me, it's okay, madam, chill. I'm like, I'm holding his clothes for my life. Like, you know, he's going through the traffic and that. I'm always, although I love bikes, I'm into bikes. So, I sort of next time I'm here, I'll call you. So I tend then to use the same motorbike and the same driver, and that's it. But this accident is caused by driver error, and it's caused with a car as well. Like, is this car being checked? Was it legal with everything? Driving the tires, the steering wheel. Where did they get it from? Things like that. Just things like that. You have to check all these things. And unfortunately, what I can say to everybody in the world is, kindly, just before you do a story into social media, I know it's exciting and you have assumptions, just think about it, because you're hurting other people, and you're just as second guessing. Some of you have never even traveled, you've never even left that country. You have the passport to travel, but you don't even travel to know what it's like. And I know there's a lot of people who like to make stories. A lot of people like to make for clout and that. But some of us who watch, like, I'm also a YouTuber, I'm telling you as it is. It's not something that I want to sit and come and fight with people here and tell them what I think. It's more of just relax. Before you make a story, think about it. Before you start putting assumptions to everything, remember there's a grieving. There are two grieving, or three. AJ's family, including the other two lost, souls. In the end of the day, guys, always think of that before you start saying, I know it's clout, it gives you watch time and that, but they also say what goes around comes around. So just be careful what you put out there, what message you're giving to people, and stuff like that. And I think if you've never been to Nigeria, I don't think, I'm not saying that I myself have been, but I'm trying to tell you that this was an accident caused by driver error, or the vehicle itself, and that's it. We're not going to say who prophesied and said, oh, there's going to be an accident or this happened. Unfortunately, it's sad how those guys lost their souls. They didn't know. In somehow you say, okay, good, maybe it's better how they went, because imagine coming back and you're in a wheelchair, or you can't talk, or you lost your arm, or you lost your leg. That would even kill you now. Okay, you'd say, I survived, but still, you'd have to start learning a new life. So this, we are all in a spirit and a soul one time. We just have to accept what has happened and move on. And these things are happening every day. It's happening in Nigeria, it's happening in every African continent. Most of the time it's there. Even in Kenya, I'm Kenyan, it's there. It could happen even yesterday, it could happen today, it can even happen tomorrow. But people just come and help where they can, and we move on. But because this is a worldwide a celebrity. Of course, he won the fight recently against Carl. Everybody now has come in with the stories. And I really want to say I'm very, very sorry to you, Anthony. I don't know, AJ, Anthony Joshua, I don't even know what I can say to you. But all you can do now is, you need my advice to you, if you see this video, if anyone ever passes it, or if you share it, is you need to go back a year later and grieve properly and pray at that site, because it would be a shame if you didn't. It's like you're running away, you're guilty of something. It's not your fault. When you're left behind, you have to live to know why you are left behind. You have to now look at everything you have. You have to know, you have to understand that this is a purpose for you now in life. You have a family also, you have a young, I think I've seen now, in short, where your son or something, people say your son or something. I've never really followed you, I don't know who you are, AJ, but this is a blessing in disguise for you. This is something that you can take with you and learn that your ancestors are there. Maybe they did not want these guys there as well. There's those kind of things we can talk, but I'm not going to go into them, because, as like I said, I'm not here to tell people why, the purpose and everything. It's happened. As guys, we have stayed, we've seen now the new year. um, but these things happen. They happen to people. We travel. Recently, I also lost someone who was like godmother. She went to Kenya, got a stroke, didn't recover. Found out a few weeks later and just buried her recently. Um, and it was a shock. But you're left behind knowing, okay, it is what it is. So there's nothing I can do. You bury someone and you say goodbye and you have to live. You can question so many things, but there's no questioning. You just have to get up and work and do anything. But apart from that, guys, I don't want to bore you. Happy New Year to you. Take care. I just thought I would come and do this story. And obviously, because I'm doing a live, I was recording it, but my phone says it's full. So I decided, okay, let me talk live at this moment. And I hope your new year is good. I can end this one, which I will, because I think the conversation of AJ is finished. May you recover well, return back to our nation here, United Kingdom. We're waiting for you. When you're ready, you can speak when you're ready. And you know your family is there waiting for you. You can count yourself lucky, but we all are going to go at one point. Some of it, when we go, it's not what we expect, but it does happen. It's like this thing as well, the immiscible, the one that went to see Titanic on the floor ground there. Those people were billionaires. They lost their lives, but because now they were billionaires, everyone was looking for them, everyone talked about them, everyone said okay, they were foolish how they made the immiscible, nobody checked it, da, 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 da. You see, so then that story finishes, but nobody went and said, oh, did they not think Atlantic was deep down? Me, I can't enter that thing and go down there. I don't know what's down there. Leave alone Titanic. Titanic, leave the people there. They went down and that's it. You leave it. You don't disturb the history of it. And I guess they were excited. But then the father took the son. So it's something like that. You say, why would you take your son? You know, you wouldn't. I would want my kids to stay. I would tell them, no, let me go fast and come back. Then the other day I was driving and I was thinking about when the girls went up, Kina Kelly, when they went up Sibol, and when they went up to the moon. I was imagining how they went, because the other day I was seeing the moon halfway in. I was like, the way they went and probably saw a big bright circle and thought, woo, and came back. And when you come back to Earth, you're like, oh my God, from NASA, you know, you're like, oh my God, I've just seen the moon. You know, it's stuff like that. But what if that thing went up and exploded? Then everyone would have been, oh, why did they go up there? Blah, blah, blah. You can't. You have to explore things. You have to live your life. You can't predict what happens. You can't be, you know, that what was it, the shuttle which went in the, when was it, 19, I can't remember, with the first lady, or those, yeah, when it went up to NASA, did it not blow in the air and everyone was like, whoa? But now if you were given the opportunity to go, why? It is what it is. Whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you're handsome, whether you're everything. Your social media was everything. You got this lifestyle. You got big houses in Britain with swimming pool. You can go to pool parties. You can go to Monaco. You can. All this is just material stuff. But the reality comes to it all, and I'll wind this up, guys. Yeah, because the comments are not coming in. But the reality of all of it is, the reality is, we are going to go at some point, whether you like it or you don't like it. Some point, we are dust, and that's it. So, how you look at things, how you want to criticize, how you want to talk, the Anthony obviously is a big story because he beat the hell out of Carl. Carl Joyce broke it just there. He's probably thinking, God, what happened? But now, after that, he was maybe feeling guilty. Now, maybe God has even made him feel more guilty with this accident. You see? So, life is so mysterious with what even you're doing. But when people come and make stories here, it's because of this, because you did this, because it's nonsense. An accident is an accident. The way you can burn your hand is an accident. The way you can cut your hand is an accident. If you fall down, it's an accident. If you hit your car, it's an accident. Finished. How you did it, when you did it. Some people do this. There's a road rage I saw one time. They entered the bus lane, but the car decided to reverse back. And this man, I don't, you know, this car was, I don't, well, yeah, the one behind was chasing the one in front, right? Now the one behind decided to come and hit the one over there. Then I was asking him, What were you thinking? He was only 24, new driver on the road, but road rage got the best out of him. Now, when he goes back home and think about it, he would have said it wasn't worth it. I drove down again. I found two chicanes, same day. I saw about 3 accidents the same day, same place on my area. So there are chicanes. So one was coming and the other one is coming. But the one who was supposed to give way is this one. But they decided, a woman, I'm not giving way, and came and bashed the other car. Fire brigade is called. So when you're driving, you're like, what happened? But when you go back and reflect why you are being stubborn on the road, because there's a lot of road rage. There's a lot. You see people arguing. You see even a car wants to hit another one. I've actually testified of a young man who jumped into a lorry and took something and cut the man. And I had to call and give witnesses, and that guy was actually prosecuted for it, because he attempted to go and carry on his business, but he went to attack someone. He went into someone's space in Europe here or UK. You cannot come into someone's space over here. I have every right to push you. I have every right to punch you. I'm not saying it's right, but we do have a law that if someone comes within a distance of your space, right, you can protect yourself. But I'm not saying you go do it. I'm just saying. So these things, when they happen, you will do it with road rage, you do it with anger, you do it so many things. But when you go back home and reflect, you come to realize, wow, I wish I never did this, because it's cost you more than you started. It's cost you maybe a prison sentence. Now that driver is going to be prisoned. It's cost him everything that he's ever thought of, just because of carrying a high profiled person. The thing is, maybe what AJ needs to do is to release him, because there could be more to this story than we know. Like I said, the only person who will come and tell us what really happened is Anthony Joshua himself. And Anthony, you need to come and tell us what has happened. Stop being quiet. A shock is a shock. It doesn't matter what shock. We see so many shocks. We have so many shocks every day in our lives. You wake up, you realize, oh, something else has happened to you. Can't believe it. But you need to come and tell us what happened. And if you're not, and you're quiet, I don't think then the driver should be in prison, because something happened. Or if it's his fault, where the sunlight was in his eyes, or he just got it wrong, then fair enough. Because in the end of the day, you will know the truth. You know the truth. Nobody else knows the truth. No video can tell us the truth. No social media can tell us the truth. No papers tell us the truth. They just write a lot of things so that it can make a headline, and their channels are watched. But in the end of the day, you're the only one who knows the truth. So leaving you guys, loving you, and leaving you on this subject is, take care of yourselves when you're driving, when you're motorbike, when you're cyclist, when you're pedestrian. Anybody on the road, if you're driving using your mobile, stop it. If you're driving at high speed, stop it. If you're on, on the what do you call it? On the we say on the residential area is in UK, it's 30 miles an hour. Where their houses is 30 miles an hour. There are some counties now, even London, which do 20 miles. I was in London the other day, and all it kept telling me was 20. It's very, very annoying. But in the end of the day, I could see why. It used to be 30. In fact, it used to be 40 when I used to live there. It went to 30, and now they brought it down to 20. Because there's so many cars, there's so many cyclists being killed, there's so many things that have happened, that the government has brought the London roads to 20 miles an hour. When you're on the motorway, it's 60, maximum is 70. I would be safe to drive on 60 miles an hour. When you're on the motorway, guys, on the M or 25 M1s, M4s, M6, all of them, if I can say 11, the lot, kindly can you drive on the left-hand side if you're doing less than 60 miles an hour? Because you do get some drivers who are on the middle lanes and they're just driving at 50, or they're driving at 40. You can't be on the left-hand side unless it's branching off to a different destination. Then you move to the right hand lane. Now, it does happen very usual. Like I said, I'm always on that motorway. There was a car at one time. I looked at it. Something had alerted me to that car. You see, that had already given me alarms into that car. I looked at it and just thought, this car should not be on the road. I don't know why. I just said it shouldn't be on the road. Next minute, it's smoking in front of me. I was actually on the left hand side. It was here. It came here and it started smoking for me. Luckily, I had already something had told me something's not right with this car. So I had anticipated it, that something could happen to this car. I just looked at it and thought, this funny car shouldn't be here. Guess what? I came out. Luckily, there was nothing behind me. like to come out on the second lane. And when I came through the cloud of smoke, it had stopped in the middle of the motorway. I said, good luck to it. Luckily, I came out nicely because I anticipated it. Now, if I was in a dreamy world, I would have gone straight back into it, which would have been a very bad thing for me, first and foremost. And number two, it wouldn't be something that I would discuss because it's my, but it's more of how to be alert on the road. Overtaking large vehicles, you need to know they're doing the same speed. Overtaking a small vehicle, they are doing the same speed as you. So it takes time for you to overtake. Stop using your mobile phones. Don't drink and drive. Don't drag and drive. Just be careful on the road. A car is a weapon. No matter what you want to think of it, it's a box shell, especially these days. They're not like metal like before, where they can protect you. They're full of plastic. As soon as you hit it, if you notice the insurance, they do write-offs immediately. They don't repair them anymore. It costs them more to repair. It's rather you go and buy a new car. They give you the value of the car when you smash it as a write-off. Many times I see a lot of write-offs just out of stupidity, even on 30 miles a road. You'd ask yourself, how has this happened like this? They have written off the car 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the evening. Anything happens with a vehicle nowadays. Just be careful. When you're driving, drive to the safe speed. If you're not confident of driving, especially in Africa, get someone to drive you. But if that person is speeding, you tell them to slow their car down. It's very simple. It's not about who was there, what you were doing. It don't matter if it was Anthony Joshua, AJ. We don't care if it was you with all that money. The point is, learn from it. Go anywhere else, Dubai, go to Germany, I think it's 80 miles an hour. Keep your speed limit between 50 and 60 on a fast road. It don't matter if another driver is. Sometimes they say the hare is, what was it? Was it the tortoise and what the hare? Yeah? They ran and ran. The tortoise reached there eventually. You still reach the same destination. Sometimes you'll find that car that was speeding has come off and you've passed it with the nonsense they were doing. But be off your mobile phones, guys. Concentrate. Put two hands onto that steering wheel. Stop trying to be better than other people. Stop trying to show off. Sometimes money gets also to your head. Anthony, money has got into your head. Slow down. You won the fight. Think of the medal more than the money. The money means nothing, which means two friends are gone without money. You just have to now remember, it don't matter who you are not immortal. Even the king of this country is not immortal. Can't you see how they are driven with a car like this? Even the king of England and the queen, how they were driven like this. She waves like this. You even see her hand all the time like this. It's because that's the way it's supposed to be. Hi, Peter. Hello, how are you? Say hi, Peter. Is it Marua? I can't say. But hi, Peter. I'm just talking about this Anthony Joshua thing of people saying how it is. I'm also advising people. I'm a professional driver, and my license is full of all the licenses. I can drive lorries. I can drive tractors. I can drive HGV. I can drive coaches. I can drive buses. Anything to do with a vehicle I can do. The only thing I've not done is a motorbike and those big tankers for oil. That's what I was saying, a HGV for the oil tankers. Even those need special license. So I'm trying to educate people in this crash, as people have said, oh, it's the Nigerian roads. There's no roads. Every road is dangerous. And every road is filled with diesel from all vehicles, including that one that was parked there. Probably it poured its diesel. When the exhaust is pouring from the large vehicles, they're pouring diesel. That's why when it rains, it's slippery. That's why motorbikes always come. If you pour diesel or petrol on that floor, that motorbike is on the floor. So this is why you see it shiny, shiny, shiny. Even winter, when you see the cars are skidding and everything. The road is dangerous. That's it. Your vehicle is dangerous. Just always remember, as soon as you sit in there, you put your seatbelt on. Put also your seatbelt in the UK. Anybody's country where it says a seatbelt, put a seatbelt. There's a reason for a seatbelt. Don't drive you think you're better than anyone else. Because you're big boys now, you are sitting there now. Imagine, he's very lucky his body was not even scarred. You're sitting there now thinking all those millions you got. Sometimes, slow down. Money cannot save you. Money cannot save you. Money makes you live, but it cannot save you to this incident. Stop letting it get to your head. We've been there. When you get money, when you and you go and you show off and then you lose it and you start again from these countries. We come back and hit the bottom again. And you start again slowly and realize, oh my God. In fact, now you respect that money until you say you don't want any more. You just want enough to live for that week or that month, and that's it. Because it can drive you to another level. It will make you go drink driving, you get caught. You start questioning, why were you drink driving yesterday? You see? So sometimes just be simple, abide by the rules of that country. It don't matter if they have rules or they don't have rules. People from the Western world, when you go to motherland, please respect the country. Stop thinking you're better than anyone else. Stop trying to show off also. There's a showing off going on here. But unfortunately, we cannot talk like that because an incident has happened, fatalities have happened. We have to accept it. And in the end of the day, let's move on. All I've come tonight is I've had enough reading and people on social media saying Nigeria this, Nigeria that. I don't know the country, but I'm going to defend every time you talk about Africa, I'm coming for you because I'm an African woman. I am, and I'm not going to have it, and I'm not going to take it anymore. You need to understand our roads. You need to understand our governments. You need to understand what goes on. Don't just come there thinking you live a Western world, you can do what you want. You have to abide. The way you live in another country, you have to abide. Why is it everyone, when they go to Dubai, they abide by everything? You have to cover yourself. You have to do this because they know they're going to throw you in that prison there, and then they're not going to release you. But when you go to a Western world where you think you have, I mean, an African continent, when you go there, you think you can just throw money and do what you want, even use women, and learn to be decent and diplomatic. You want to fight? Thank you. You played the tennis with your friends. You didn't know the next move. You have a driver. Who is this driver? Driver, can you kindly slow down? Why didn't you say slow down? Why are you inciting him to drive even more? He may not have done a driving license. He may not even have known how to drive that car. He may not even be qualified to what you think. He may be your dad's driver for 10 years ago. He may, some of these people, they are old. They're not used to the new systems. They're not used to so many things. They only know how to do the steering wheel like this and maybe put it into gear and that. They don't know the hazards on the road. They haven't done a license like us. You have the hazard perspection. You have to remember anything that is moving on that road, anything stationary, anything in front of you is a hazard. Anything stationary, anything moving is called street furniture. That truck that was parked there was known as a street furniture. It don't matter. People started questioning what was the truck doing there. Don't be foolish. Are you driving to know what it was doing there? The man, I told you I do a large vehicle. So that's what I'm saying. The man was having his rest. He was driving maybe that vehicle for hours. Now he was resting. But he was so intact. He wasn't in the middle of the road. So you can't question why was he there. It's none of your business why he was there. Why was the AJ's car overtaking in the first place, the first instance? On high speed. This is what you can question. You can't say, why was that HGV there? If it was not a HGV, let's say there were children playing out there, would you still say the same thing? Why are the children playing out there? You can't say that. It's Africa. It's a free nation. People do what they need to do. But when you're doing wrong and you're doing things that are not supposed to be done, then you keep quiet. Let people sort themselves out. The driver was in error, or the car was not fit for the purpose of that road, which is an MOT we do here. We fix. I've repeated this over now the next hour, guys. I'm just saying because I've seen the social media. I've seen the way some people are talking. I don't want to say names, but I'm just saying the other side, Donald Trump's side and this side. It's like, oh, these roads are not good. Why do we go there? We don't tell people not to go to the continent. Let people go to the continent. But when you go, you behave yourself. When you're in that continent, you protect yourself. Find out who's the driver. Find out, would you, like now, if I go at night now and there was an Uber guy and I'm suspecting him, I would cancel that Uber and ask for another one. Your instincts already tell you. But this kind of thing is to protect yourself. You have to ask, who is this driver? How old is he? How long has he been driving? AJ, now you are a high profile figure. Only high profile. You're no different from anyone else. Like I said, stop overtaking vehicles. People who are watching me here, I'm going to educate you. Stop overtaking large vehicles. They're doing the same speed as you. If you go behind it and drive slowly, you'll still get home maybe 10 minutes later. But first and foremost, your car is safe. You yourself, you're safe. You can enter that car tomorrow again and start it again and go to your destination. Come back home again. That's it. The speed and people using the mobile is the main biggest killer on the roads. Nothing else. Or drink, driving, or drug taking. And you drive, drug taking, drive, whatever, drug driving. Those are the four main things: mobile phone, speed, drink driving, drugs, and lack of sleep. Actually, I forgot. Lack of sleep. You're sleeping till 3 in the morning and you're starting a duty 4 o'clock and you've got a 6-hour drive. It can happen because you'll be falling asleep on that road. So some people, when they drive, me, I'll be honest, I'm a passenger. I'll always close my eyes now and then. I like the road, right? But if I have to drive, I have to make sure I get my maximum 10 hours sleep. Not even 8. 8 is for human consumption, so you're okay next day for your brain. Driving should be 10 hours. Stop partying with people. People have told me many times, let's go out, you're not drinking, da, da, da. I say, no, I have a job that is a responsible job. I cannot go out. No matter what you say, I can't. The time I will go out is Friday night when I finish my whole shift, Monday to Friday, I can go out. Even that going out, I don't drink a lot, and that's it. Because I have a responsible job and taking care of people. I don't have time to start doing those things. You may think, oh, I'm sober. It's not about being sober. It's now the reaction you do the next day when you're driving. It's the reaction of what happens on that road. You're due to anticipate. They always say when you are a driver, you drive like everybody else is blind. You are seeing, but everybody on that road is blind. That is my motto for you. So nobody should be talking about AJ's incident. Let him come and tell us what happened. Right, let me take some. James, thanks for joining me. As you said, the driver, he's going to be jailed. We've got Peter, thank you. We've got Ma, who said Happy New Year, happy to you too. Then we've got defensive driving is also the key. Yes, Peter, of course. I know that. Defensive driving is also one thing that you don't think, which I'm saying now, but this drive of AJ was overtaking. And this guy also decided, you're not going to overtake me. So you see, this is where the thing came with him going to hit the lorry over there. So he's gone, hit the lorry coming back. Because if you look at that vehicle, it's come back to the main road. So it's gone in, hit the vehicle sideways, coming back straight. Did the sun come to the guy's eyes? Did the guy fall asleep for 2 seconds? Like that, just even like this. Gone off course. Did these people show him a mobile phone? He's looking 1 minute and the next minute when he looks, he's driving towards the lorry. So we cannot tell. The only person to tell us is Anthony Joshua. Anybody else coming with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, I think just close it. Unfortunately, as I said, the loved ones have been lost. We cannot bring back how they have gone. The reality, it is what it is. Now, the next topic is Peter. Is I wanted to actually end this one, and maybe we can come back as in talking to me, because honestly, today is New Year, and it is 7. It's going 7:30, and I'm thinking of opening a little cocktail and showing off my new glasses. As I said, like if you like my stuff, this is given by my kids. This is a nice little bracelet my kids gave me so many years ago. Maybe it's over 10 years old. I've got that ring I bought also many 10 years old. You can't find that anymore. We've got that one. It's a Kenyan one. We've got my watch there from Schwarzes, and we've got a little bracelet saying "Mommy" here. And I've got my earrings here, cheap ones from TK Maxx. A little clip from another shop that does, it's a clip-on. It's quite nice. I like it. Same earring, a different cuff, like a little cuff that's supposed to go up here. I've got that there. I think I need to get rid of it. Last time I was showing you, I've got a piercing there. I need to get a gold nice earring. I think it's changed color. It's no longer sparkling because I got it pierced. And look, it feels sometimes a bit sensitive, and my skin is very sensitive. So I need to get I need to get a gold one there, small little gold sparkly one. But I'll see. It's about cash now, isn't it? Yeah. So Peter, as you said, so obviously it looks like you've driven, defensive. That's it. That's what I was even questioning. Maybe this guy did a buying license, because they do in Africa. Maybe he never did any courses, but out here we have to do those things. You have to do your test, to do your driving test. You do pass, but like there are laws here. You do a thing like that, even they don't even wait for you. You're in court the next morning, and then that's it, locked up. You've done dangerous driving. But that's it. There's no two-way. They'll check the car. They'll check if the car has got its MOT, which is serviced once a year here. You take it to our government station, motor operating, whatever, transport, like, to check your wheels are not low, the thread is not low, your brakes, your headlights, your everything. So they check the car, they put it onto a computer, they shake it like this to make sure it's also stable, like, accidents. Every car in UK must do the MOT. If it fails, you have to fix everything. So it comes back, your exhaust is bad, needs this. You will spend even thousands. Sometimes you just think, let me scrape it and buy a new one. That's it. And then if it fails tires, of course you do it. They give you within a certain period of time to we pay £50, so you're given a certain time. That's about maybe 7,000-8,000 Kenya shillings. So they give you, is it almost 10,000? I think it's about 10,000. 50, I think. Yeah, about, so then they'll give you what is it, they'll give you about like a week or something to do it. If you don't, you lose that payment. But now you cannot drive that car because it's been failed by law. So if you drive it, the police will capture it on their system, APR, and then they'll realize you don't have an MOT. Now, if you don't have an MOT, they will pound it. Pounding, you start paying something like, I don't know if it's £15 a day or £20 a day. You might end up paying 200 to 300. So sometimes some people don't even collect their cars; they let it go, or you go and buy a new one. That's what people do nowadays. But of course, when the police catch you, they're going to start finding you. Look at this calculator; it's not even working. It's refusing to calculate. Oh, it must be private settings. Skip. So let's do 50 times 1722. Come on now, go away. What is this calculator? No, let's not send no details. 172. Whoops, what is it doing? Yeah, so that's basically it. What was I saying? Come on now. So look at this. 50. Guys, I'm trying to do the calculation and it's just being a fool. It's asking for so many things. I've not used the iPad for ages. So it's coming up with a lot of crap. Like, do you want this? Do you want this? I'm saying no, 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 no. And when you do that, it refuses standard. It refuses you to calculate. No. Oh, I've done 3 weeks trial. Now it's going to refuse. I can't do the calculations. I know you can do calculations for me, Peter. 50 times 172 is the rate of Kenya. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to love and leave you because this live is going to go. I can open StreamYard if you want to join me so that we can talk in and just have a normal conversation. And I want to say a massive thank you, all of you, top fans, everything here. Peter, thank you, for joining me. Everyone who joined me, Ricky's here. We have so many people, gosh. Kate, we have Shania, yes, Shania, Gina, Alex. We have then Lynn, and then we have Shopaholic, we have Rick there, we have James. Guys, a massive, massive thank you. Honestly, we have Mano who came on, who wanted me to do my eyelids. He likes that, but I said no because obviously this conversation is different. We have Peter here and we have Ma here. Thank you. What a pleasure to have you. I hope I've educated you guys. Don't forget liking the video. If you're not subscribed as well, kindly subscribe. My name is Pen Mama Nation, and I do reactions sometimes. I try not to do it in this channel. I try not to come and react, but sometimes you think, you know what, I need to be sometimes me, and just give my opinion. I hope it's helped you through with driving. I hope what I've said, it's made sense. When you kindly put comments, guys, I understand you have your opinion. You can say what you want, but please be polite, be kind. There's no point of living something that is not acceptable. Just, you can say your mind, you can say, yeah, I agree with you, Mama Nation, or guess what? Put your opinion, but put it like the way Peter has put here: defensive driving is key. Stuff like that to educate people. The thing is with the YouTube is to educate you. It's a community. We don't want to be having your negative thoughts. I'm not a negative person. Kindly put it if you want, but be polite. There's no point of going overboard. Who asked you? One, two, three, four. No, there's no point of that kind of thing. If you open your keyboard to do that kind of thing, I tell you, go sort yourself out before you come and write over here. Some of us are hard skinned. We don't care what you're saying. I know why I'm here. You know why you're here. And the guys who follow me and who like me and who appreciate, because to open a camera, to take the time to sit and chat, it's not an easy solution. We all have different opinions. We are all brought up differently. We all have different thinkings. We live in different worlds. We do different things. But in the end of the day, my opinion is my opinion. My channel is my channel. That's why it's called Pen Mama Nation. So kindly have a good evening. Have a nice, happy new year. All the best. Mwah, mwah, mwah. If I don't see you, I'll see you when you see you. I'm trying now. I've promised myself in 2026, which I'm saying to you, and I promise to my audience, changing of guards, I'm definitely to, oh yeah, tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to have to travel to London to do for you. Look out for a live. I think changing of guards start at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I need to leave early to make sure I'm going to get into London and record for you changing of guards in London. I've never been there, and coming back, I'll stop. I think Windsor, they do changing of guards. I'm not sure if they walk down the street. They say there's no musical. So we'll see I'll timing coming back, because I'll go to London, coming back, and see if we do this changing of guards. So have a lovely, lovely, pleasant evening. It's Happy New Year to you. 2026 is here. I'm happy. Yay! I'm happy. I don't know about you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Always a pleasure. Thank you. I hope the topic has inspired you. If you don't drive, get your driving license. Then you'll understand. If you do drive, you do understand where I'm coming from. Africa, stay as it is. Don't change it. I love you how you are, whether your roads are good or bad. It is my continent. I do love everything about it. Hopefully one day I'll travel to Nigeria. Hopefully one day I'll go to that scene. Who knows? Only God knows. Yeah. So have a pleasant night. Good night, good night, good night. I'm going to go. I'm going to bring back the live. I'm going to do it to StreamYard. So guys, if you can join in StreamYard, it's better. I did it live because my phone says it's full, so I couldn't record. I baked some cake. I've got a short video of baking the cake. I opened another channel, Pen 50. So that is more of maturity. If you want to join me there as well, you can join on. Okay, so I have a lot because YouTube is recommending me to do so many things. So the Pen 50 talks about obviously being over 50, which I am, and basically what I go through as in menopause, what I eat to control it, how I feel physically, mentally, and stuff like that. So I will be making a video for that shortly as well. You can pop in. I've just started it. It's been there for a while. I've never activated it, but I think it's time to activate because I need to get these channels monetized. YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. Come on. You need to finally get me to where I need to be. So a lot of these I do lives because I find they're easy and I don't need to be recording, editing. I just do it as direct. So anytime I'm live, it's what I'm doing at that moment. Sometimes I might be clubbing, sometimes I'm out, sometimes I just think, let me switch on and get, obviously it's more of the watch hour, but it's also communicating with you guys. I've got into it. I've always liked it. I just need to put more effort, but we have to work sometimes personally and it's difficult. But this time I've said no. As much as I want to work, I don't want to work for anyone. I want to work for myself. I want to be self independent, and I want to be where, like now, I can sit here, chat with you, do some cooking videos, go out, show you the UK, because those are one of my programs. I want to do a county, maybe like just drive somewhere, look for maybe a pond, look at what they do there, and just show you UK. Like There are many places we can drive to that we can say. So I look for maybe like rivers and start looking for all the rivers and introduce you to the rivers of the UK so you understand how many rivers are there, what it's called, and maybe the history. I'm just saying technically. I need to find a topic that will interest a lot of you. It will be a topic for everyone and anyone can join in. And sometimes I'll just come over here and ask you how you're feeling, how things are, what you're looking for, what is your future, how do you feel as a person, and things like that. We can just share our views. We can talk about normal things, as in normal life. I can tell you, UK, anyone thinking of coming here, it's impossible. It's hard. It's good for the young Gen Zs, but when you come, you just focus on what you need to do and do it, and then it will take you, it will serve the purpose for you. But if you come and hoping for it to change overnight, it's impossible. Jobs are impossible. Living with people, it's impossible. Having relationships, it's impossible. Having children, it's impossible. I mean, my children have moved out. I'm very happy, but it took a while, and that's another subject I want to talk about. But maybe that one I'll talk it on the other channel. It's called Pen 50. So if you join me, PEN 50. When I opened it is when I was 50. So that's where you can find me, talking about how I cope, about money. This one is this channel, Pen Mama Nation, is more of I do changing of guards and just a bit of my lifestyle and maybe some opinions. I'm thinking of when they have demonstrations in the streets. This is like now that channel, I just open it, put it live. You guys can see what's happening. State visits, from the presidents. Last time I missed the president of Germany because my friend texted me because the weather changes also. It's cold. So then I think by the time I get there, I'll be cold. I might get sick. Then I'll be coughing. In the winter, it's not something that we go out often. It's more, that's why even I might not post because it's just I come home, I'm chilled, and that's it. But I am going to wear my winter coat, I wear my winter boots, and I promise. So I'm not going to carry on anymore. I think this is gone long enough. Thank you very much. What a pleasure. Take it easy. And we'll see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love Mama Nation. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining me and taking the pleasure to be here. What a pleasure. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night, guys. See you soon. Bye. Love you. Mwah. Take care. See this and finish it. Oh, the